They say that behind every great man, there stands a woman rolling her eyes and wondering what all the fuss is about. But when it comes to one of the most famous men in history, a man whose name is synonymous with ego and narcissism, we have to wonder what was the fuss all about. Welcome to our channel. And today let's find out if Napoleon Bonaparte was a narcissist or just a misunderstood genius. Before we begin, we would like to mention that this video is created for educational purposes only and is based on the information available in the public domain. The content does not constitute medical advice. Napoleon Bonaparte, the iconic French military and political leader who rose to prominence during the late 18th century and early 19th century, is remembered for his brilliant military tactics, ambitious conquests, and larger-than-life persona. Born on August 15, 1769 on the French island of Corsica, Napoleon's journey to power was marked by both extraordinary achievements and controversial decisions that continue to shape discussions about his legacy. Today, while Napoleon is celebrated for his contributions to history, there is another aspect to his story that has often been overlooked. Increasingly, historians and psychologists are examining Napoleon's behavior through the lens of narcissism, a personality characterized by an inflated sense of importance, a need for excessive admiration, and a lack of empathy. This approach offers a unique perspective on understanding Napoleon's actions and their impact on the course of history. By exploring the possible signs of narcissism in Napoleon's personality, we gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of this enigmatic historical figure and the forces that shaped his rise and fall. Grandiosity. One of the key characteristics of narcissistic personality is grandiosity, which manifests as an exaggerated sense of one's own importance, power, or uniqueness. Napoleon Bonaparte epitomized this trait throughout his life. From an early age, Napoleon displayed a strong belief in his own exceptional abilities and destiny. He harbored a deep conviction that he was destined for greatness, and that his actions would shape the course of history. This sense of grandeur was evident in the way he carried himself, the decisions he made, and the manner in which he treated those around him. Napoleon's belief in his own exceptional qualities led him to undertake ambitious projects such as the Napoleonic Code and the Concordat with the Pope, which aimed to reform and stabilize France. It also fueled his military campaigns, which, though ultimately unsuccessful in their goal of dominating Europe, resulted in significant territorial gains and the spread of revolutionary ideas. Napoleon's grandiosity was not limited to his public persona. In private, he cultivated an image of himself as a godlike figure, often referring to himself in the third person and expecting unwavering obedience and admiration from his subordinates. He surrounded himself with symbols of power and luxury, further reinforcing his grandiose need for admiration. Another hallmark of narcissistic personality is an excessive need for admiration and praise. Napoleon Bonaparte's insatiable craving for recognition and adoration from his soldiers, subjects, and peers is a prime example of this trait in action. Throughout his career, Napoleon carefully cultivated an image of himself as a brilliant military leader and benevolent ruler. He used his charm and charisma to win over the hearts and minds of his followers, who saw him as a symbol of French patriotism and Republican ideals. Napoleon's skill in manipulating public perception was evident in the way he orchestrated his appearances, controlled the flow of information about his campaigns, and used propaganda to promote his achievements. He understood the power of image and carefully crafted a narrative that portrayed him as a hero of the people, a champion of liberty, and a bringer of progress. This constant need for admiration, however, had its downsides. Napoleon's sensitivity to criticism was such that he often reacted angrily or vindictively to any perceived slight or opposition. He was known to banish or exile individuals who dared to question his authority or challenge his policies, demonstrating a willingness to silence dissent and maintain his carefully constructed facade. Furthermore, Napoleon's relentless pursuit of glory and recognition contributed to the immense strain on his relationships, both personal and professional. His constant preoccupation with his own image and his tendency to view everyone around him as a means to an end left many feeling used and disillusioned. Lack of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share in the feelings of others, is a quality that was notably absent in Napoleon Bonaparte's character. This lack of empathy manifested itself in various aspects of Napoleon's personality and decision-making, particularly in his relentless pursuit of power and glory. Despite his reputation as a benevolent ruler, Napoleon's actions often demonstrated a disregard for the welfare and suffering of those around him. His ambitious military campaigns, while aimed at bringing glory to France, resulted in the deaths of countless soldiers and civilians. Napoleon's focus on achieving his strategic objectives frequently outweighed his concern for the human cost of war. revealing a lack of compassion and understanding for the struggles of ordinary people caught in the throes of conflict. Moreover, Napoleon's inability to empathize with his opponents, or those who opposed him, contributed to the polarization of French society and the bitterness of his enemies. He viewed anyone who challenged his authority as a threat to be eliminated, rather than an individual with legitimate concerns or grievances. This lack of empathy extended to Napoleon's personal relationships as well. His inability to connect with others on an emotional level, and his tendency to manipulate and exploit those around him, for his own benefit, highlight a profound disconnect from the experiences and feelings of others. Sense of entitlement. A common thread in the behavior of narcissists is a strong sense of entitlement, where they believe they are entitled to special treatment, privileges and obedience from others. Napoleon Bonaparte's personality exemplified this trait, as he consistently placed himself above rules, norms, and the rights of those around him. From his early days as a military officer, Napoleon exhibited a sense of entitlement that allowed him to justify his ambitious pursuits and aggressive actions. He believed that his exceptional talents and destiny granted him the right to accumulate power, conquer new territories, and reshape Europe according to his vision. This sense of entitlement was evident in the way Napoleon treated his subordinates, often expecting them to subordinate their own needs and desires to his own. He demanded absolute obedience and was quick to punish those who dared to question his authority or resist his directives. Furthermore, Napoleon's belief in his own superiority led him to take actions that violated the rights and dignity of others. His annexation of Dutch provinces, his treatment of conquered peoples, and his disregard for international law and diplomacy were all manifestations of his sense of entitlement and his belief in his own exceptional status. Legacy and analysis. Napoleon Bonaparte's life and legacy offer a rich ground for exploring the complexities of narcissistic personality. While he is celebrated as a brilliant military strategist and influential leader, his behavior and decision-making also display many of the hallmarks of narcissism, including grandiosity, a need for admiration, lack of empathy, and a sense of entitlement. By examining these aspects of Napoleon's personality, we gain a deeper understanding of the motivations and thought processes that drove his actions and ultimately contributed to his downfall. It's important to note that diagnosing historical figures with contemporary mental health terms and conditions is a complex and controversial issue. Historians and mental health professionals generally agree that diagnosing someone who lived centuries ago with modern-day mental health terminology is problematic due to differences in cultural context, language, diagnostic criteria, and available evidence. Nevertheless, exploring the lives and behaviors of historical figures such as Napoleon Bonaparte through the lens of narcissism offers a fascinating and thought-provoking way to examine their personalities and the factors that shaped their actions. It encourages us to consider the complexities of human behavior and the interplay between psychology, history, and culture. By studying such figures, we can better understand the nature of narcissism and its potential consequences, as well as gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of human personality and the forces that shape our thoughts, feelings, and actions. What are your thoughts about Napoleon's behavior? Do you think he was just a misunderstood genius? Or do you think he had narcissistic tendencies? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with others who might be interested in similar topics. Remember to subscribe for more videos about historical figures. Thank you for watching. Until next time.